Hello, all you wonderful people out there in the universe and everybody on YouTube. I hope you're having a great Monday. This is another episode where I'm going to do an interesting story and relate it to back to my present day life and situation. Uh, it also relates to the letting go video that I just did. So, when I was young, like 18 years old, I was doing so poorly at Case Western that I got separated. Separated means like they give you a semester to decide if you want to come back, if you're serious about this or whatever. So during that time period, my dad took me around like a lot of his friends, close friends and family, and we had some very serious conversations. The one that I remember most is sitting out on the back porch with my dad and my uncle, and they asked me a question. They said, "What do you really want in life? Like, what is your main goal? What do you want?" And I don't know if I had ever considered it. I mean, I probably had considered it, but I had never had someone directly ask me that question. And I thought for a minute, and then I said freedom. And my uncle, like the look on his face, and like he took a deep breath, and he started to tell me, he said, "I don't think you understand what that entails." He was like, "That's probably the hardest thing for a human being to achieve on this planet, because everything that you're attached to takes away from your freedom." And I really didn't understand that concept at the time. He said, "Well, if you want to be free, then you're not going to be able to have a family, like your own personal family. You're not going to be able to have a business. You're not going to be able to have a home, specifically like a place you call home, a place where you live and you want to be there at all times." Over time, considering what he said, I started to understand that the price of freedom is detachment. It's being able to detach from all the different things in this material world that you would consider important. And this is not necessarily everyone's path. I didn't realize when I said that what I was doing in that moment was laying out my path to freedom. Uh, I always thought that freedom meant something like, well, I'll have enough money and then I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. But that's not, it's a very childish way to look at things, where you're conscripted by the societal norms of success and what other people have defined for you as freedom. You look at a billionaire and you think, well, they got freedom because they can just hop on a jet, go anywhere. But these people also have all types of businesses that they're taking care of, constant management of different things. They usually have a family, and when you have that much money, then you're going to have hundreds of people asking you for things constantly. People that don't necessarily care about you, they just care about what you can do for them. So over time, I really started to understand that if I wanted to be free, then a lot of these things that normal, so-called normal people have, I would never be able to have. And because I had laid out my intention, and the intention in my heart was pure, it was what I really wanted and had always wanted, and that intention began to create the reality around me. Um, I went through many a failed relationship, um, many a failed job. I've never really felt like I had a home. I bounced from place to place. And even the place I reside in today, where I've been here for like a decade, um, doesn't feel like a home. The house that I grew up in never felt like a home to me. Um, I have some good friends, and I definitely feel like I'm in great company with those people that help build my spirit, and that's always been very helpful. But the main concepts that a lot of people have for the things that they consider like stability and success have never really penetrated my vision of freedom. So now I'm finally to a place where I've lost both my parents. I don't really speak to my sister for various reasons. I'm not in touch with almost any of my blood relatives outside of my godfather, who's still a great guy, a great man. Probably should have communicated with him a lot more before my father passed. But that's here nor there. Now I'm starting to understand that I'm in a place where I can have that freedom, because I don't have the constraints that a lot of people have in their life. I have a responsibility to myself and my soul growth, but I'm lacking a lot of the restraints that keep me tethered to a specific person or place. So as long as I can hold on to my vision, I can actually have this freedom. And what does that freedom mean to me? It means the freedom to explore, the freedom to learn, the freedom to move about and do the things that I want to do without being forced into a schedule or a time frame or the responsibility of a house or what have you. I'm in the process now of closing up the estate, selling my parents' house, and then I will have the mobility to do things that a lot of people may never get a chance to. And that's fine. It's fine. For my path is different than anyone else's, but I'm finally accepting my path and accepting the necessity of the things that I need, that I have to do to get there. And it's not bringing me down. It's not dragging me down. I'm not thinking, well, if so and so has this, then I need to have it too. I'm not keeping up with the Joneses, as the old saying goes. I wake up, I'm grateful, I'm humble, I'm helpful, but I recognize that I need to continue on my path and be thankful for the universe, be thankful to the universe for this path, because it's what I wanted. And I think this is where a lot of people get confused with intention and manifestation, is that you can say you want something, but that's not necessarily wholly true within your being. It's not something that you're holding on to in your heart. I can write out all day, like, I want to win the lottery, I want $1 million, but I don't believe that I'm going to get that. I want it, but the intention and the belief in it is not pure. So something that you have an intention and you have a 100% faith in, even if you don't state it out loud, is going to hold more weight in your life and um, shape the events around you a lot more than something you may even state out loud or write or affirm, if you don't have the things in place around it to create and manifest that in your life. And now, finally, the pieces of the puzzle are all falling into place, including my own mental state, where I can finally manifest this freedom. But the price of it has been extremely high. The price of it was greater than anything I could ever imagine it being. And it was interesting years ago thinking about that conversation and how much my uncle really understood what I was saying, and I had very little understanding of what I was saying. But because my intention was pure and in my heart that's what I wanted, the universe manifested those things around me in order for me to achieve it. And all I needed to do was accept that all of those things were part of the path to my true destiny. So that's just a little interesting story. I hope all of you are having a great day. I love you all. And it's beautiful. Get outside, get some sunshine, smile, be grateful, and have a wonderful day, YouTube.